Hello, YouTube. ZiggyNo back with Sports Cards Daily. Today is November 14th, and on this day in 1993, Don Shula becomes the coach with the most wins in NFL history. Congratulations, and hope the Dolphin fans are still enjoying those wonderful glory days of about 27 years ago. Maybe they're back with Tua. Who knows, right? Hobby news and chatter. First, a little FYI. I don't actually have a picture of this. I was trying to look for it before I put this show together and I couldn't find it. But FYI, fake BGS slabs have been spotted. And I saw this on Facebook and Instagram. And again, I apologize. I don't have a screenshot to share with you tonight. I think we'll be talking about this on Hobby Hotline later today. But beware. Take a look on Instagram. Basically, someone was showing that there was just, again, fake, counterfeit BGS slabs. And just so you know, man, when there's this much money in something like this, yes, there's going to be counterfeit. There's going to be fake. So beware. Dozens of vintage unopened boxes. Great article we'll take a look at. Personal Finance Dad newsletter. I have new letter here, but it's newsletter. We'll take a look at that as well. I recommend signing up. Exclusive early access Prizm. Panini just sticking it to me. Show you this in a moment. Today, Hobby Hotline, 11 a.m. I'm going to be guest host today, so please join me. Come on over. Ask some questions. We're going to talk about maybe this fake BGS. Maybe we're talking about PSA. Maybe we're talking about, latest Prizm. Maybe we're talking Montgomery Club. Who knows? Come over and join me today at 11 a.m., guys. I'd love to see you. Please. Hobby Life with Brody the Kid. I think that's around 6 or 7 tonight. Check again. Hobby Life is the channel. Brody the Kid. Great show, guys. And I mean, this is not just a kid show. I don't think this is it's fun for kids, but as a hobby collector, you'll enjoy the show. Brody's knowledgeable young man. He knows the hobby, and he's always got some pretty good information. I learned something listening to the show as well, so check it out. What did you miss yesterday? Project 2020 foil inserts. Interesting story. Comparing NBA rookies from a new content provider. Questions and answers from one of my old favorites. Blind PSA reveal. Maybe one of the best blind reveals I've seen. It reminds me of one I did with my son back in the summer. What is Star Stock? SGC versus PSA. Go GTS Weekly. I thought this was a neat update I want to share with everybody. Star Stock, $100 to $1,000? Question mark. And then lastly, Bench Clear Dallas Show update from Baseball Card Collector and Triple Crown and a few other guys. Let's jump into the content. So first of all, Heritage Auction, dozens of vintage unopened boxes. I believe these are all hockey boxes. But again, this just goes back to, man, people are finding this vintage stuff, man. Everybody's looking for it. They're checking the attics. Like, this is the internet. Back in the 80s and 90s, word of mouth had to get around for your newspaper to go do this stuff. Today, social media, everybody's pulling out all this old vintage stuff, man. It's interesting. I guess we're going to really get everything cleaned out this time. Next up, Personal Finance Dad. I'll put a link down below, but he's got a new newsletter he's put out. Fan of his channel. He's basically a new collector of the hobby, sharing his experiences, what he's learning, his lessons, his journeys with you. Just an honest channel, definitely worth checking out. So listen to, subscribe to the newsletter. I love, free information, and this is free information from Personal Finance Dad. Next up, check this out. Black Box Prizm Blaster. Exclusive early access. This dropped Panini America Facebook. I actually follow this, and I didn't see this fucking notification. Pardon my French. I'm so sorry. That slipped. Well, this is not a kid's show anyway. But I'm mad over this. I didn't see this. This stuff sold out within minutes, man. I think maybe an hour or so, but it sold out pretty quickly. You can read some of the comments. A lot of really angry faces. I want to show you this. Check this out. Boom. It's already $150. Now, I'll be honest, none of it has closed yet, but that's the lowest price I'm seeing listed. And there are auctions right now in the 100 pluses. So this stuff's going to sell pretty good. And again, this is pre-sale because no one has this stuff in hand. And then next thing I'm going to show you is that this little black box, pre-sale, whatever, and I assume this is what maybe the boxes are going to look like. Maybe that's just the Prizm box. I don't see that anywhere on the list here, but just so you want to know, man, Prizm retail is coming out. Now here's Hobby, first off the line, no huddle. Man, what do you think first off the line is going to go for? No huddle, China Tmall, which is hilarious. Like, You really want me to believe there's a China market for NFL? Come on, Panini. Why don't you just call this Canadian Team All? Okay, so next up, here are your retails. You got Mega exclusive, Fanatics exclusive. You got another Mega. This I think is Target. You have basically Walmart, Target, and Fanatics, all with Mega boxes. You got Blaster, Blaster, Blaster. 3 different Blaster boxes. You got Hanger Box, Hanger Box. You got Multi-Pack, Multi-Pack. You got Gravity. Man, you are gonna have. Oh my God, Prizm. They're printing this stuff, man. They are printing this stuff. So be ready. I think it could come out anytime now. If they're dropping this right here, I think you could see it coming out this week. Be ready. Okay, over here to content. Great content. I'm going to go through this a little quickly here. Chris at CRT Sports talks about the foil inserts in the Mike Trout cards. Roughly 500 foils, 400 foils. It just adds some exclusivity to it. He also makes comments about the art project, which is definitely failing because they've overpriced the art. And I think it's kind of funny that shows that Topps doesn't know what the heck they're doing with art. Next up, a new content provider, Yen Money. Really cool channel. I've caught a few of his videos. I really like he breaks down the different rookies. He gives you kind of their base prices and their PSA 10 prices and his thoughts on them, you know, what you can buy them for and so forth. So, again, really good insight. Enjoyed the channel. Next up, questions and answers from Baseball Card Collector Investor Dealer. Great video. A little bit longer than normal. I mean, this is 42 minutes, but it's really good content. But he answers lots of great questions. It's worth his channel. Listen to everything the guy puts out there, man. I learn every time. So definitely check this out if you have some time. Next up, this is Brandonchung's cards. He does his PSA reveal on his PSA cards. Let me play this for a second. Let's see, I understand that. I totally understand that, man. Yeah, you'll see earlier he has a couple 8s where he's not quite as happy. So, hey, man, shout out to Brandonchung. And he has his friend here helping him, which I just thought the blind reveal was great, man. I really enjoyed that. That made my day. I know a lot of us don't do that. It's hard to do a blind reveal on a channel, man, because your emotions really come out, let me tell you. Next up, what is Star Stock? House of Cards. Put out some great content recently. Breaks down Star Stock. He actually taught me stuff I didn't know about Star Stock on here. So I really enjoyed this. I found this very valuable. And I have to say that I learned yesterday something about CMOC, which I use. So one thing I love about the hobby is I'm always learning. Things are changing, and people are always sharing information. So pay attention. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'll keep you up to date on different changes and tips I'm learning. But check out House of Cards. Next up, CAC Sports Cards, another new content provider. Give him a shout out. Is kind of breaking down PSA versus SGC. And what he really kind of says here is that right now, financially, SGC is more expensive than PSA. And he's talking about the wait times when you basically break it all down, the total value prop, they're kind of more expensive. And I have to say, I don't use SGC right now. I'm using PSA, but it's interesting his perspective. So if you're SGC PSA, I just think this is an interesting perspective. Check it out. Next up, GTS Weekly. Now, look, this is interesting. I just found this, I'll be honest, this week. I've been following GTS, but I didn't see their weekly channel. So Allie Wood comes out here and just kind of goes over a product, and it's a very much a commercial pitch on how wonderful each product is. But I do like it because it gives me at least insight into knowing what's coming out each week. And there's a lot of stuff, not just sports cards, but you talk about memorabilia. So I'm going to add this to my link, and if you guys want to enjoy it, please do. Let's also be honest. We need more cute women in this channel, right? So that's another reason why I decided to add Allie. We're going to have Allie every week, guys, as long as she doesn't mind. Next up, Brandon Ruby. Another great video. He did one the other day I mentioned. I really like this one, Star Chasing. And he goes in what he talks about trying to turn $100 to $1,000. First thing he talks about is that he's really going after high risk, high reward cards in low dollar values with high quantities, which I think is very interesting. So he's trying to buy like 20 cards for $1 or 10 cards for $2, whatever. So I enjoyed his strategy. I applaud this video. I think it's very well done. It made me kind of inspired to maybe try to do something similar. But it's also funny. I kind of look at Star Stock as I'm basically using it to sell off inventory to recoup my expenses on waxes or wax and packs or whatever that I'm in. So I don't use Star Stock as much to buy and sell inside, but it does. It's great. It's insightful. I really enjoyed it. Whew. Last up, Baseball Card Collector on Bench Clear Network. He had Triple Crown, JT, which is Triple Crown, Jeremy, and Mike and Mark, all talking about their experience at the Dallas Card Show, which was yesterday. It is today. I think it's tomorrow as well. I think probably many of you are going to be there. I expect there'll be some live and some more content coming out of the Dallas show. But it was really great to hear their first thoughts. They shared some hits, shared some insights, comments. Again, really applaud the guys for doing that and put that together for us last night. So thank you very much. Woo! That is it, man. November 14th in the books. Have a great day. Enjoy it. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Have fun. Treat everybody the way you want to be treated. So, yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Talk to you tomorrow.